EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
What is that? 19! That's 59! Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball. Switch. Check. Alert. Rush in.
On first down, Watson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance of winning.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is Jones. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Watson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Watch out. Check right there. 59. 54. Alert. Jim. Hatchet.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Past the 20. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 32 on the play.
What's that? 19. Right there. 54. Oh, here we go. Under 10. 10. Under.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
51, stop! go.
Now Ryan on first down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, Alpha. 56. Here we go. 56.
Now Ryan. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Looking to go back to Thomas again. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Now it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson on the crossing route, complete. It's Ross. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
55. 26. 55. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Flushed out right. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We're set. 19. 54.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 17, Ryan. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check the hot read.
On first down, it's Hines. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And here he's got Grant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Sturgis adds the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Temple, Rakiusin, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things...
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Emmanuel Agba in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Fielded at about the 28. Oh, some strong running. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Watson now to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Hey, you got to snap it.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. John Ross. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Saints 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us where they actually have a chance to come all the way back.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw is Ryan. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Ryan. Steps away to his left. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's going to sling this deep down. And got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jakeem Grant as the first half is winding down. And the Saints get a bit closer. Sturgis for the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hines. He's got a first down past the 30, and he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. That good for 22 and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another first and 10. They run with Hines. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That's on the first guard selected in the draft back in April, Chris Lindstrom from BC. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. To throw is Watson. Throwing again. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Play action. Ryan. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call. And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore. From the gun, Ryan. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This looks like a free play for Ryan. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
They'll run for it with Hines. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 24, check 24.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
I know you felt that one.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his tight end fan. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Gun.
This is Hines. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
51, 21. Go. Hey, watch it. Hey, zoom.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Kill.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. Watson now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Fighting to stay upright. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Malik Collins. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the interception, here's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Third and long. It's Ryan. Deep ball for Goodwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 38 there on third down. Operating from the gun. Ryan escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And it'll be a second down. On the delay, here's Hines. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
21. 55.
Third and 2, now Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Agba able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Saints on fourth down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Let's go, D.
Throwing now, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. On first down, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Watson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 50.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They come out here in the eye. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now it's Greer. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backward.